start off with you just tell me your full name and rank and title, please?
Yes, Colonel Forrest Poole III, Combat Logistics Regiment 35 from Okinawa, Japan.
And how do you spell your first name, sir?
Forrest, F-O-R-R-E-S-T.
Excellent. Okay, sir, can you describe your unit's mission and role during Operation Pacific Reach?
Yes, Combat Logistics Regiment from 35 from Okinawa, Japan. And during this exercise, we're providing not only beach support here, so for throughput, for equipment that comes across the shore, but also bulk liquid operations.
Great. And also, sir, if I could ask you to look at me.
Okay.
What are the challenges of executing logistics in a multi-domain battle space, sir?
Right, there's plenty of challenges in executing these logistics. One is bringing a lot of different elements together, whether it's the Navy or the Army and the Marine Corps as well. Another challenge would be the access. And that's one of the great things that we have through naval integration, through partnership with the Army, is to be able to have this access anywhere that we might need it.
Thanks. What do you learn from training in a joint environment with the other services you're working together?
Right. We've learned a great deal of training with the other services. One is how they operate day-to-day business. Second thing is how they operate in a crisis response or a contingency. And so we can work some things together. Maybe we're not working together, but we understand that and go back, and then we get together again for another exercise, we're better off.
And how has your experience been working with the ROC military? How does this strengthen our alliance with them?
Right. Our relationship with the ROC military has been great, especially certainly the ROC Marine Corps, as we work with them on a habitual basis. Learning how the ROCs operate, the things that we can do that we can help them with and they can help us with is invaluable.
And one last question, sir. So there's a lot of units working together here from all different services. What have you seen here? Like, what kind of message would you tell the other troops, for all the troops who are here working together?
Right. I would say that this is truly an integrated effort. Not only is it naval integration with the Marine Corps, but it's also ground integration as well. So we've got both from the sea to the land and marrying those things up in a way that doesn't happen unless you bring these different forces together from the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Marine Corps.
Anything else you'd like to add, sir?
No, just that the Marines and sailors from Combat Logistics Regiment 35 have deployed here and doing a great job, and we certainly appreciate their efforts, and I think we're certainly better off because of it.
All right, thanks, sir.
Operation Pacific Reach is a bilateral training event focused on enhancing both joint and combined operations while bolstering the both ROC and U.S. alliance.
And how did you prepare to come to Korea?
I'm extremely confident. I'm extremely proud and confident in our soldiers' capability as well as our ROC counterparts to execute operations safely while sustaining capabilities and strengthening the U.S. ROC alliance. The singular most capability that the 10th Transportation Battalion provides is the joint logistics over the shore, or logistics over the shore. That capability is facilitated by the use of our watercraft platforms. Those watercraft platforms include the Logistics Support Vessel, or LSV, the LCU 2000, several large tug and small tug, our barge derrick crane, as well as the Trident Pier, which is utilized during Operation Pacific Reach. Our soldiers have been extremely motivated since the beginning of the operation. Coming in, they knew exactly what they were going to come here to do, to work side by side, our ROC counterparts, as well as execute this mission while validating the capabilities of the Operation Pacific Reach. Well, with every opportunity comes challenges. Each service has their own language. So the challenge, I would singularly say, is the capability to decipher between the languages between each service. But it's been a great opportunity, lesson learned, lots of lessons learned for the team, and look forward to future opportunities.
Asking you your full name and rank and title.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Captain Aaron Vogeler. I'm an aircraft maintenance officer.
How do you spell your first name, sir?
A-A-R-O-N.
Okay. And what unit are you with?
621st Contingency Response Squadron.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about what is unique about what you guys are doing today.
Well, what's unique about us is we have the capability to come out here in a rapid deployment, short notice, and set up a port opening. We work directly with the 689th Rapid Port Opening Element with the U.S. Army, and our two units get together and we come out here. And what's unique about this situation is we're adding in a combined element, working with the South Korean, the Republic of Korea Air Force, to set up this particular air transport supply point, or air terminal supply point. And what that's doing is allowing any cargo that's coming in from the air we take it, we track it, we turn it around and send it out on the ground or sea elements.
And so this is, as we saw what they were doing at the beach yesterday, like with the
Hold
vehicles.
on, sorry, 1 second. I should probably turn these off.
J1, I say again, all UTC leave.
Because you can hear that, and it's really loud in my ears.
Yeah, I heard it.
All right, there we go.
So like,
sorry.
we were at the beach yesterday seeing what they're doing with the vehicles rolling off the pier. So you're kind of like the air-land.
Exactly. Yep. So what we're doing with this particular exercise, cargo is coming in on South Korean aircraft, and then we take it. We work directly with the South Koreans, integrated, complete with them. Our aerial port team, their aerial port team work together, use our equipment and their equipment to get it off, working cohesively, as a team to get it off the aircraft together and to send it out over the ground nodes.
Great. And so, what makes it the logistical part of that? What makes it difficult when you're coordinating, across nations and services?
Yeah, the biggest difference is absolutely the language barrier. Fortunately, the U.S. had brought translators as well as South Korea brought some translators as well, but that's absolutely the most challenging piece is the translation part of it. For us to come into their country, most of us don't speak any Korean, and to try to work together has been a challenge. Not just the language barrier, but also the way that we do things. Our standard operating procedures are different.
And are you working with civilian air traffic controllers at the airport, or do we have military air traffic controllers? How does that work?
We are not working directly, that I know of, not working directly with the civilian air traffic control. I know they've given us some spots on their parking ramp. We have our own internal capability for air traffic control that we typically will use. For this particular exercise, this airport is being run by civilian. So we're relying on the South Korean, the civilian airport here to do that. But we do have our own internal capability for air traffic control.
Okay. And so, what are you doing for the rest of the exercise? Just continuing these kind of operations like you're doing today? Okay. And then, so tell me a little bit about how you guys establish the airfield and about that capability.
Yeah. So when we get here, typically, if it's an airport like this, a civilian airport that's already here, it's already running, fully operating, there's not much for us to do as far as setting up the airfield. But what we do is we come in, our equipment comes in, typically we'll bring it in on an organic airlift. It comes in and we kind of set up shop and start it's very quickly, typically within 12 to 24 hours we can start full operations and allow incoming aircraft to bring cargo in. We have the full capability to track it and to move it from the aircraft off into ground transportation nodes.
Awesome. Anything else? Okay. Thanks, sir.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah.
Can you tell, you still recording?
Yeah.
Can you tell them about, I know you told me the research about what's the capability of the facility? I know you said that this is already here.
Sure.
What can
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. And this is just one small portion of what our capabilities are as the Contingency Response Wing, and also working with when we work with the ARPO, we have the Joint Task Force port opening capability to do something like that. But it goes all the way back to, we can go into an austere environment with no airbase set up, nothing here. And as long as there's a runway for us to use, we can come in and completely set up a full operating base to do this, what's the word? I'm sure you'll get something out of that.
Yeah.
Some serious